What would you do if the man who married your daughter looked you in the eyes and called you worthless? That's exactly what happened to me. He thought I was just an old man with nothing left to offer, but little did he know I had a fortune, a story, and a plan that would change his life forever. Today, I'll tell you how I went from being insulted to leaving my son-in-law speechless. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss powerful stories like this one. I remember that day clearly. We were sitting at the dinner table when my son-in-law, with a smirk on his face, said, "What have you even done in your life? You're just living off our kindness. You're worthless." My daughter gasped, but stayed silent. I felt the sting, but I didn't raise my voice. Instead, I smiled, because if there's one thing life taught me, it's that arrogance crumbles fastest when faced with truth. You see, my son-in-law never knew who I really was. I wasn't just some old man. I had built a business from scratch in my youth, sold it for millions, and quietly invested in real estate and stocks. Over the years, I had accumulated a fortune I never bragged about. I lived simply. I wore plain clothes, drove an old car, and ate with my family at the same table as always. To him, that looked like failure. To me, it was peace. A week later, I invited him and my daughter to my office. Not the tiny home study he thought I had, but the headquarters of the trust I managed. When he walked in, his jaw dropped. My name was engraved on the wall, founder and chairman. My employees greeted me with respect. I opened the books and showed him the truth, the properties, the investments, the accounts, the fortune he had mocked. His arrogance melted instantly. He stammered, I didn't know." I looked him in the eye and said, "That's because you judged a man by what you see on the surface. Never confuse humility with weakness or silence with worthlessness." From that day on, his tone changed. He treated me with respect. But more importantly, he learned a lesson. Value is not always loud. Wealth doesn't always wear a crown, and the people we dismiss as nothing often hold stories, strength, and wisdom beyond our imagination. Some might say it was petty revenge, but others might agree it was a lesson well taught. It was a reminder for me too that sometimes we all need a reality check. A dose of humility to remember that true wealth isn't just about money. It's about perspective, character, and the quiet dignity that comes from knowing your worth. Now, before we go, let me ask you this. Have you ever underestimated someone only to realize later that they were much more than you initially saw? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more stories that challenge perspectives and celebrate the power of quiet strength. Your support means the world to us. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.